Okay, good afternoon, my dear students, or good morning, depending on the day. Okay, today we are going to work about the topic is a function machine. So we are going to understand first what is a function. Our learning objective, I will be able to understand what is a function. Okay, the success criteria. Okay, I can create input and output values to form a function. So basically, we need to understand the definition of a function, okay? So a function is a binary relation over two sets that also associate to every element of the first set exactly one element of the second set. So we have an example here, okay? So we use this notation to understand what is input and output or values, okay? So for example, we have the numbers 1, 5, 8, and here we have a set of letters A, B, and C. So we can say that for every element of the input or the initial corresponds only and only one element of set B or the set of the letters. So we can have one example 1B, 5A, or 8C. Okay, so the most important thing to understand in a function is that for every single element of the initial set corresponds only one and only one element of set B. Okay, so we have another example. Okay, so for example, we have the numbers 1, 5, and P, Q, and R. So, for example, we have 1R, 5P, and 5Q. This is a function? Not. This is not a function because for every single element in the initial corresponds only one. So if I check here, 5, for example, 5 has two elements, P and Q. So that is the reason why we can say that this is not a function. Okay? Another definition, it can be that is a mathematical process that converts an input value to an output value. Okay, so how we graphically we say that? So we have input and here we have an output value. So for every input value, so let's say that input value, this is the way to represent input value. For the input value, that is in this case is 5, is my input value. Okay, it happens an output value, and the output value can be add 2. So I'm adding 2. So the output value is, if I have the input value and I add 2, the output value is 7. Okay, so I can make a table of input and output value. So what happens if I have number 3? Okay, so for number 3, I start with an input value number 3. I said add 2, so I'm going to add 2, and I'm going to append the output value that is going to be 5. Okay, if I have 4, add 2 plus 2, the output value is going to be 6. And if I have, for example, 5, and the input value plus 2 is equal to 7. Okay, and that is the way we relate input to output value. This is what we call function machines. Okay, that for every input value we have an output value. We can represent this example by using the mapping. Okay, so what is the mapping? The mapping is to represent the situation. So I have a number, any number, okay, in this case, any number plus 2. Okay, is the mapping is like to represent the example or the situation as by using expression. So I have any number, in this case 3, and I have 2, and I obtain an output value. Okay, and that is the way to symbolize or to represent a function machine by using a mapping. Okay, and that is the way we understand what is a function machine. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please let me know during our sessions. Bye. Take care.